Welcome to the second part of our SuperPro sway bar heavy duty link installation videos. In the first video, we identified the importance of correct assembly and correct adjustment of the SuperPro sway bar link. We are now doing a workshop installation. Vehicle on the hoist, wheels off, and remove the old or fixed sway bar link. This unit will come apart, and the very first most important process is preset the length of the new SuperPro link adjustment wise to the old link. At the same time, we carefully study the length of the pins that came from the vehicle against the pins of the new link, making sure that if we use these washers, they will space the end link to the correct position. Then remove to the other side and remove the other link and go to great care to make sure that the two new links that are going into the vehicle are the same length exactly, same as original equipment. So we adjust accordingly so that they are the exact same length as what came out. Install the link into the vehicle, being careful not to lock up the swivel nut on the adjusting link. Leave this loose at this point. The initial side link has been installed, and it's very important that the nuts are torqued up to the correct torque settings as per the instructions. On the other side, this is where the really important part comes in fitting adjustable sway bar links. We recommend that only one end be installed in the vehicle while the hoist is on full droop if access is a problem. If access is not a problem, the full link should be installed with the wheels at ride height with the vehicle on the ground. In this particular application, I intend to fit the lower link, loosely tighten up the nut, and then we will zip tie this and take it to the hoist and do the final installation, which is the critical part of installing sway bar adjustable links. The correct adjustment of this link must be done with the full load of the suspension at a neutral static height. So I recommend, depending on access to your vehicle, depending on how hard it is to get to, put one end while the vehicle's in full droop, and then use a zip tie just to hold this in position. So then we will drive the vehicle to the hoist and get it in its loaded position. Careful analysis should be taken into consideration for the angle of the sway bar, making sure that it doesn't touch the heavy duty shock absorbers and springs, and fits so that the sway bar is in a nice horizontal static position. So before we lock it up, we actually can easily adjust the sway bar up and down into an ideal position. Once we have achieved that ideal position, we will lock it up in position with the two spanners. We always go to a lot of trouble to use the two lock spanners to adjust and set the tension on the top and bottom nuts. Having the ball at right angles to the pin so it's in full articulation. Installing the second or the left-hand side of the vehicle adjustable sway bar link, the secret is to install it with the vehicle on its static height, suspension in normal ride height. The idea being that the sway bar link will just pop into position with no load or no bind on it. So by sway bar link, which I had one end connected, remove my zip tie, and then carefully just insert the link, adjusting the nut up and down on the thread so that it is nice and free and nice and neutral. Neutral is the key word. Once we've achieved it neutral, we make sure the ball ends on each side are in the correct articulation at right angles to their pin, nice and soft, and then we do it all up tight. This style of fitting is critical to stop any failure or any bind in the suspension going forward.